Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Khalil from Samsonite Training Systems. So recently I've been catching the travel bug. I've been to a couple different places. Most recently I was in Mexico, I was in Cancun. It was a great time. Before that I was in the UK, London. It was a blast. It was brilliant. And before that, Jamaica and St. Thomas in the islands. One thing that I realized with all this traveling is that it can be a bit of a challenge to stay in shape, just because it kind of knocks you off your routine. Food isn't really available that you're used to getting, and you just want to have a good time. So today I'm going to give you 5 tips for staying in shape when you go on your next trip. Number 5. It all starts when you pack that bag. So when you pack your bag, pack some shoes, pack some sneakers. If you don't pack any shorts, sneakers, tank tops, you're probably not going to work out, because you might have that bug. You might say, oh, let me get a good workout in. Then you look in your suitcase and all you see is your high heels, all you see is your flip flops, all you see is your Aldo shoes. Then probably not going to work out. Number 4. The next tip I have for you is to stay active. Hey, I get it, you're on vacation, you're on a trip, you have a great time, but hey, who says that walking around isn't a great time? You're in a new town, you're on a new beach, just walk around, use your legs if you have them. When you're walking, not only are you, burning some calories, staying active, so on and so forth, but you're more able to enjoy the scenery that's around you. You're not just, watching it zoom past you when you're in the taxi cab, or you're in the train, or the plane, whatever. You're able to actually enjoy, like, oh, look at the flowers, look at the scenery. Oh, let me take out my cell phone, let me snap a few shots for Instagram. You know what I mean? So just walk, stay active. Don't take the mopeds, don't take the taxis, especially if it's like a half a mile away. Walk the half a mile, no big deal. A lot of resorts and a lot of hotels, they have gyms in them. So take advantage of it. Pretty nice gyms. Just go down there for an hour, work up a nice little sweat, and just go on about your day. Number 3, stay hydrated. Chances are you're gonna be drinking a little bit while you're on your trip. The thing about alcohol, it dehydrates you. So when you drink it, it's taking all the water out of you, you're pissing it away, and you start in the morning, you get a headache, you're feeling all dry, I need water. You're looking like SpongeBob off that one episode when he needed the water.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it!
So if you're gonna be drinking, chase everything down with water. Just take shots. You're having a whole lot of empty calories in the cranberry juice and the Sprites and the Cokes. Just take some shots. Straight alcohol, not the best for you, but if you're gonna do it, take it like that. So staying hydrated might be of a little bit of a challenge in certain places. For example, I just came back from Cancun, and usually I get water with my lunch or my dinner when I'm eating out at a restaurant. Now with Cancun, they only have bottled water, so it's not really like free refills. You have to keep on buying bottles and bottles. So one thing that I did to overcome that obstacle was I just bought a big gallon of water. I just had that in my hotel room. I would just drink it throughout the day. I would have my small water bottles, I just refill that, and then throughout the day, I drink my small water bottles, come back into the hotel, refill it up, and just kind of do that all day. Number 2. Now this one is very, 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 very important. One thing that I realized when I'm traveling is that protein is not really like a thing in other countries. You go to the store, you don't really see any protein shakes. GNC doesn't really exist. So you just have to find some protein. So the very first thing I do when I get off the plane is I look for the marketplace. I go to the market and I find some kind of protein. Me personally, my go-to is usually canned tuna. So canned tuna, it's really high in protein, low in carbs, low in fat. If you have some kind of stove top in your hotel or resort, I'd probably recommend, just grilling your own chicken or something like that. It's imperative that you have sufficient protein in your diet. One thing that I've noticed about a lot of foreign countries is that they're very carb heavy. A lot of countries other than the States, they surround all their meals around rice or some kind of carb like tortillas or some kind of bread or something like that. Another thing you could do is you could bring your own protein. So if you like bring carry-on bags on the plane like myself, then you can't bring liquids onto the plane. So you can't bring pre-made protein shakes. So in that case, you have to bring in the powder. So I bring a lot of powdered protein on the planes. So now if powdered protein isn't really your thing, canned tuna isn't really your thing, that's fine. What you have to do is the same thing that you would do in the States and surround all your meals around protein. So you go to the restaurant, you have to make sure that you surround your meal around chicken, fish, steak, whatever have you, but you just have to make sure you have protein with every meal that you get when you're eating overseas. Top tip, number 1. So the most important tip I have for you, in my opinion of course, is to don't overeat, but enjoy yourself. So you're on a trip, you want to enjoy yourself, you're not really thinking like, oh, I get to count my calories and watch my carb intake, so on and so forth. Enjoy yourself, That's my whole thing about fitness in general, really, is just enjoy yourself. But do not overeat. There's no point. You're just gonna eat, and the next thing you know, you'll be in the crapper for the rest of vacation because you just ate so damn much. So portion control, make sure you eat a reasonable amount. Don't really go crazy with the food. Experience the food, don't go crazy with it. Look at it this way. The less you eat of a particular food, the more things you could sample. So you just eat just a little bit of, this new food, then you eat a little bit of this one, a little bit of this one. You just have the sample plate, makes you surround around your protein, and you're good to go. In my most recent trip to Cancun, I knew that my buddies were gonna take advantage of the all-you-can-eat buffet in the morning. And for me personally, me and buffets don't really get along. The reason is because I sit at a buffet, I want to eat everything. So I knew that wasn't gonna happen. So what I did is I brought my meal preps onto the plane and I just ate my meal preps for breakfast. I packed myself a nice meal, put it in the freezer that way that it wouldn't melt in the airport or on the plane, put them in the refrigerator as soon as I got to the resort, and every morning I just had a room service heat up my meal and I was good to go. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to see from me? Do you have any questions? Do you have any comments? Anything you got, leave in the comments below. I hope that was really helpful. I hope I answered some of your questions about traveling, about staying healthy on your trips. And hey, if you like what you see, give it a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until next time, catch you later.